All right. Hey, shalom to you brothers out there. Shalom. And all praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Salutations to the 1/3 and the 144, the 1/3 and the 144, the governing body and our nation that's going to be gathered right alongside with the believing Gentiles. So I pretty much just wanted to do this lesson real quick. Matthew chapter 13. You know, these lessons that I'm doing nowadays is really quick and they're not really that long because this app for some reason doesn't let me record long lessons. And plus, I'm just getting straight to the point, man. See what I'm saying? One of the brothers, I forgot, Bishop Melchizedek, used to have that in his title. That's tight, man. But I wanted to read Matthew chapter 13. So we know we're in a new covenant. That's not something that anybody can deny. And if guys denying it, they're letting you know who they are. Because they can't help it. Everybody's being used any type of way, whether this way or that way, whether they're being used on the left hand or the right hand. Everybody's back. So by us being in a new covenant, what it's doing is it's a sifting process. It's an exposure. Like the scripture says, man, it shall pierce his heart it shall pierce him, that the hearts of many shall be revealed. So the Lord was pierced and the veil ripped. And everybody was revealed, man, for who they were. And everybody that's back here today are the same fucking ones that denied the Lord back there. The multitudes. Because you guys that are denying the Lord, you're the same guys back then. And the ones that were accepting him are the same ones back then that accepted him. Everybody's on a different level. The disciples are on a higher level. That was close to him. Peter, Mark, John, Matthew, so on and so forth. So I wanted to read this real quick in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 1. You know, the Lord didn't care about being seen on the outside because the outside didn't matter to him. And he understood that. It was all about the inside. And he was teaching these parables for those that was eternally ready to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So Matthew chapter 13 and verse 1. The same day went the Lord out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, the sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good grounds, and brought forth some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and 30-fold. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. Right, and that's likened unto us doing this work. Brothers are going to have different abilities according to their gift that they've been given, their talent. Some brothers may be able to go out there on the highways and byways. Some brothers do videos. Some brothers make videos. Some brothers do music. See what I'm saying? The body is the Lord, he compacted the body in a very strategic way, man. The Lord, he's a man of war. It's very artistic, man. You see? Rambo. Gribble. You know, Matthew chapter 13 and verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. For whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away, even that he has. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. Right. The Lord, he knew the multitude wasn't going to hear him. Some would follow him for the food. Some would follow him to catch him in his words. And then you had the multitude that follow him because they believe. That's the ones that's believing right now. Those are you guys that are teaching the new covenant, the disciples. The multitude, the 1/3, that's being brought to the fire. It's a purging process. And in them it's fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, By hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Lest at any time they shall see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and shall understand with their heart, and shall be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. All right, I'm going to end it up on there. Shalom to you, beloveds, man. To the 1/3 of 144, the house of David, the elders, the apostles, all the men in their order, every man in his own order. You see, the Lamb being the King of kings and Lord of lords, him being first, taller than the rest. Shalom.